Mr. McCool has just come from a session in Austin, and he made no proposals to the state legislature that would give relief to the people in Roosevelt Heights. Immediately after the session ends, he comes to Dallas and says to the city council, "You solve their problem by buying them out." He knows that legally we can't buy one flood victim out without buying or offering to buy every other flood victim in the city. And he also knows that legally we must have a legal bona fide reason to buy people out. And by reason, I mean we must have a use for the land or something like that. We're not in the real estate business. And I've computed the figures. If we were to buy the people in Roosevelt Heights out and all the floodplain land that's around them, at 50 cents a square foot, it amount to over $178 million. Then we would add to that all of the land in Upper White Rock Creek, Joe's Bachman Creek, Dixon's Branch, and all the others. Would be a tremendous sum of money if, in fact, we were permitted legally to do this.
Yeah, Ross, the basic underlying philosophy is that self-help for black and brown people can best be accomplished through economic and social development. So we've undertaken this program of guaranteeing loans which will give minority entrepreneurs a genuine stake in ownership of their own businesses as opposed to just being employees of other businesses.
We feel that this is the way to see that all Americans do have appreciative action. This is a free enterprise system, and this is what made America great, and we think that all of its citizens should have the same opportunities and same privileges. If this doesn't succeed, if we don't give good technical and managerial assistance, some of these businesses will fail, and we know that we will be a little bit worse off now, after that than we were before. And again, if the free enterprise system don't work for the minority of the Americans, then there must be some other system that they will turn to. And I attended a conference recently when that other system they were talking about was socialism and revolutions, because they said for 350 years this hasn't worked for us. And there's no reason for them to believe that it's going to suddenly start working now. But if we did have a few examples to point to, we could say that it can work, and it could work for them too.
Well, the school board, of course, and the staff a year ago set up the procedure whereby we would go to a middle school concept, which is a 5-3-4 system. We pointed out a year ago that we would put in 4 schools, which were served by 4 junior high schools would be serving 4 high schools, which would be the easiest move to go in with, which is what we did do. This year, we pointed out that we would move to all the other middle schools, with the exception of Hanley and Meadowbrook, because the Eastern Hills High School would not accommodate those pupils in the 4 grades until we had the addition completed. We also pointed out that there were 3 combination junior-senior high school, which are Kirkpatrick, Como, and I am Terrell.
Dr. Washington, what does the Job Corps get out of a program such as this, giving away or sharing its educational approaches?
Well, I love the word sharing because there are so many young people in this country that need the program, that those who have a real opportunity to enter Job Corps are so few. And we must think of all kinds of ways of spreading the things that have been successful in our program. The problem of education in the United States now is troubling every community, particularly large urban areas and cities where there are a number of youngsters who have not been able to respond to the traditional school program. If we can develop a program which is successful with these young people, we should not just keep it to ourselves, but we should share it with all other educational institutions and really get ourselves out of a job, which is what we want to do.
We think Dallas is a better community. We think we have people here who are ready to seek improvement as we have in all other areas of our life. We got no guarantees that this